Obviously, the Warriors and Suns atop them because they have been in conversations with Miami over the last couple of weeks, even strongly. Sources tell me, and there are a slew of other teams that are going to be involved in a potential deal that could reach 3, 4, 5 teams. We're going to stay tuned with that with 2 days left till the trade deadline.
Wow, okay, so we're going to check in with you on that a little bit later in the show. Shams, thank you so very much. It's our daily Jimmy check-in because we're seeing dominoes fall ahead of Thursday's trade deadline, but Jimmy Butler, he remains with the Miami Heat as we say hello once again to our senior insider, Shams Charania here. Shams, how close is Miami to finding a trade partner for Butler?
Michael, logically, they are getting closer. We're inching closer to the February 6th, Thursday, NBA trade deadline. But I'm told the Heat still have not yet received the type of trade package that they want to move Jimmy Butler. They are engaged with multiple teams. Both sides have the same goal going into Thursday, and that's finding a trade out of Miami. I'm told the Suns and Warriors remain very key to watch here. Those are the two teams that it seems are the most likely right now in this situation. But from Jimmy Butler's perspective, the Suns are the only team right now that he is willing to commit long-term to. That's something that is known in league circles. How do the Heat handle this going into Thursday? How are other teams handling this? And how will it come down to Phoenix and Golden State? We'll see.
If the clock is ticking, Shams, we will continue to check in with you as we get closer and closer to that trade deadline. Really appreciate your time. All right, we're 2 days away from the trade deadline. And with all of the drama that's surrounding Jimmy Butler and the fact we haven't seen him right in full force since mid-December, it's easy to forget that he's a bucket. Playoff Jimmy, it's a thing because he has a higher career playoff average in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks per game compared to the regular season. And he's one of just 10 players in NBA history who can claim that. Jimmy, as we just heard Brian Shams say, only has one team on his mind. It is the Phoenix Suns. Why is it so difficult, even more so this year than last year, to have that kind of trade come to fruition?
Yeah, because of this apron system, and really forget about trying to learn the apron rules. Basically, it's like the whole league is like a spaghetti bowl right now. Everything falls on top of each other. And you start having two teams have a trade, they need a third team, then they get involved, then they need a fourth team. Mm-hmm. I feel like when the dust settles on Thursday, there will actually be more 3-team trades than 2-team trades, which has never before happened in the league. And so what you wonder is, will some teams who are trying and get tired of a 5-team construction break off and do their own side thing? Mm-hmm. And so we're really seeing a lot more of a complicated deals. And for Jimmy, I do think if Phoenix can pull this off, and they're trying to pull off what I call the triple miracle, Malika. 1, find a trade for Bradley Beal. 2, get Bradley Beal to accept that trade because he's got a no trade clause. 3, have what they get back for Bradley Beal be enough to send to Miami. If there's a point where that dies and that becomes impossible, I do think Miami could pivot and do another deal where Jimmy hasn't committed to stay playing, and that team will just take Jimmy Butler and worry about the rest later. But there's a lot of spaghetti maneuvering that has to happen between now and that possible decision.